Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to class 6. I am your science teacher. Your book is General Science. I hope you are all doing well. Please listen to the lecture carefully and do your homework. This is lecture number 1. Open page number 7 of your science book. This is unit number 1, characteristics of living things. Introduction to biology. The study of all living things is called biology. There are two main branches of biology, botany and zoology. In botany we study plants and in zoology we study animals. The first point is living things are made up of cells. Let me explain what is living things. All living things are made up of cells, and cell is the basic unit of each living thing. Some animals and plants consist of only single cell, and they are called unicellular organisms. And their examples are amoeba, paramecium, and euglena. Some living things are made up of many cells, and they are called multicellular organisms. And their examples are animals, plants, and human beings. The next point is living things move. All living things can move. Mostly animals can move freely from place to place. They move to find food and shelter. Plants do not move, but they show movement of their parts. For example, roots only grow towards soil and shoot towards light. However, non-living things do not move. The next point is living things are sensitive. All living things respond of stimuli because of sensitivity. Some examples of stimuli are dust particles, hot object, delicious dish. Plants also respond to stimuli. The leaves of some plants fold on touching, but non-living things and dead objects do not respond to stimuli. The next point is living things need food to live. All living things need food to live. They get energy from food for their growth and repairing of their bodies. Green plants make their own food. They have a green substance in their leaves. It is called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll helps plants to make their food with the help of carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. This process is photosynthesis. Can animals make their own food? No. Some animals eat flesh or eat green plants like goats, cows, sheep, rabbit, etc. They are called herbivorous animals. Some animals eat flesh of other animals like lion, wolves, leopards. They are called carnivorous animals. Some animals, like human beings, eat both plants and animals. They are called omnivorous animals. But non-living things do not need any food. The next point is living things respire. All living organisms respire to live. They inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide during respiration. Plants also respire during photosynthesis. During respiration, they give out carbon dioxide, but non-living things do not respire. This is your science journal. Cover it with plastic sheet and please mention name, class, section, subject and roll number on your journal. Open the first page and write date and topic. Characteristics of living things. Write question number 1 in your journal. Define the term biology. Write heading biology. Please write answer. The word biology is a Greek word and it is composed of two words, bios meaning life and logos meaning the study. It has two main branches, botany, the study of plants, and zoology, the study of animals. Thus, biology is a branch of science that deals with the study of living organisms, that is, plants and animals. Write question number 4. Give the meaning of the term unicellular and multicellular. Name two unicellular and two multicellular organisms. Your answer is unicellular. Right. Plants and animals consist of only a single cell are called unicellular organisms. प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स जो कि सिंगल सेल पर मुश्तमिल होते हैं यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म कहलाते हैं. एग्जाम्पल्स अमीबा, बैक्टीरिया. Then write heading multicellular. Plants and animals whose body is made up of many cells are called multicellular organisms. Examples man, rose. पौधे और जानवरों में जानवर की बॉडी कई सेल्स पर मुश्तमिल होती है जो मल्टीसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म कहलाती है. एग्जाम्पल्स इसकी हैं मैन और रोज. ओपन पेज नंबर 11. The point is living things excrete. The process in which living organisms excrete waste and harmful materials from their bodies is called excretion. Animals excrete waste product from kidneys, lungs, gills and sweat glands, but non-living organisms do not excrete. The next point is living things grow. Growth is permanent and irreversible increase in the size of an organism. For example, a baby grows into a man. Plants also grow. They grow throughout their lives. Non-living objects also grow. Growth is external in non-living things. The next point is living things reproduce. All living organisms show process of reproduction. They show reproduction in two ways. Either they reproduce directly or they lay eggs. Some plants grow through root systems and leaves, but non-living organisms do not reproduce. The next topic is differences between plants and animals. We have discussed characteristics of plants and animals, but there are also some differences between them. Point 1 is chlorophyll. Plants have green color substance is called chlorophyll. The chlorophyll helps plants to make their own food, while animals do not make their food. Point number 2, food. Plants prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. Animals do not prepare their food. They depend on plants and other animals for their food. The point number 3 is movement. Plants do not move, but they show movement of their parts, while animals can move easily from one place to another. Point number 4, sensitivity. Plants are less sensitive because of the absence of the sense organ, while animals are more sensitive due to the presence of sense organ like eyes, nose, skin, ear, tongue, etc. Growth. Plants show growth at their tips like roots and shoots, while animals show uniform growth in all parts of the body.
Point number 6, reproduction. Plants show reproduction in many ways. For example, seeds, spores, stems and leaves. While animals reproduce directly or they lay eggs. Point number 7, body structure. Plants prepare their own food. That is why they spread their bodies to get maximum surface area for absorption of gases, water and sunlight. That is why they have spreading bodies, while animals have compact bodies. See page number 14. For differences between plants and animals. Plants have green coloring matter called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is absent in animals. पौधों में ग्रीन सब्सटेंस मौजूद होता है जो क्लोरोफिल कहलाता है. जानवरों में क्लोरोफिल मौजूद नहीं होता. They can prepare their own food. They cannot make their own food. पौधे अपनी ग़िज़ा खुद तैयार कर सकते हैं. जानवर अपनी ग़िज़ा खुद तैयार नहीं करते. They are mostly fixed and are not free to move. They are free to move from place to place. वो आसानी से हरकत कर सकते हैं नहीं कर सकते बल्कि फिक्स होते हैं. वो आसानी से एक जगह से दूसरी जगह हरकत कर सकते हैं. They are less sensitive of the absence of the sense organs and nervous system. They are highly sensitive because of the presence of sense organs and nervous system. वो कम हसास होते हैं क्योंकि उनमें सेंस ऑर्गन और नर्वस सिस्टम मौजूद नहीं होता. वो बहुत ज़्यादा हसास होते हैं क्योंकि इनमें सेंस ऑर्गन और नर्वस सिस्टम मौजूद होता है. Growth is confined to meristematic regions. Growth is uniform in all parts of the body. पौधों में ग्रोथ मखसूस टिश्यूज़ में होती है जबकि जानवरों में ग्रोथ तमाम हिस्सों में यकसा होती है. They produce through seeds, spores, stems, leaves and roots. पौधे सीड्स, स्पोर्स, स्टेम्स, लीव्स और रूट्स के ज़रिए बनते हैं. They reproduce by laying eggs or by giving birth to babies. जबकि जानवर अंडे देते हैं या बच्चे पैदा करते हैं. Plants have spreading bodies. पौधों की फैलने वाली बॉडी होती है. Animals have compact bodies. जानवरों की मखसूस बॉडी होती है.
See page number 15. For question number 5, define respiration. What happens to food during respiration? Your answer is on page number 10. Write heading respiration. All living organisms respire. During respiration, they take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. During respiration, the food present in the body is broken down with the help of oxygen to release energy. Open page number 15 again. For question number 6, define growth. See page number 11. Write heading growth. Growth is defined as a permanent, irreversible increase in the size of an organism. All living things show growth. Full stop. For example, a baby grows into a child into a boy, and a boy into a man. Full stop. A seedling forms a tree. Now open your journal and mention date and unit. Write question number 5. Define respiration. What happens to food during respiration? Answer is, first of all, you write heading respiration. All living organisms respire. Full stop. During respiration, they take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. During respiration, the food present in the body is broken down with the help of oxygen to release energy. रेस्पायरेशन एक ऐसा प्रोसेस है जिसमें जानदार हिस्सा ऑक्सीजन लेते हैं और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बॉडी से बाहर निकालते हैं। रेस्पायरेशन के दौरान जिस्म के अंदर मौजूद गज़ा ऑक्सीजन के मदद से छोटे-छोटे ज़रात में टूटती है और एनर्जी रिलीज करती है। Then write question number 6. Now define growth. Write heading growth. Growth is defined as a permanent, irreversible increase in the size of an organism. All living things show growth. For example, a baby grows into a child into a boy, and a boy into a man. A seedling forms a tree. ग्रोथ किसी भी जानदार के साइज की परमानेंट नशोनुमा को कहते हैं। तमाम जानदार ग्रोथ शो करते हैं। मिसाल के तौर पर एक बच्चा बढ़कर लड़का और फिर आदमी बनता है, एक बीज से पौधा और फिर पौधे से दरख्त बनता है। Dear students, this is the end of today's lecture. Complete your homework before next